This is Corey from Charlotte, North Carolina. Today I wanted to talk about owning rentals and some of the pros and cons, lessons, things that I've learned from owning rentals, especially in the difficult times over the last year. We've seen rentals, tenants, a lot of things have changed really fast. One thing that I do personally with my tenants is I don't rent anyone that's had an eviction. The way I look at that is if you haven't paid your landlord once, most likely you don't see the value in it and you may not choose again. That's my perspective. Each person has their own, but that's what I do. The situation I dealt with recently was I had a tenant, screened them, had no evictions, moved into a rental, and their credit was a little lower, so I did the double rent. They decided to pay the first month rent, then COVID hit. From then on, they did not pay $1 in rent. They, from there, went to a city program and got some assistance there, which helped pay about a month and a half. So the management company, we decided that we couldn't evict them until the time had come to actually file the eviction. But once that time came, they were backed up, courts were closed because of COVID, so we couldn't actually evict them. Finally, when that dropped, then we were at a crossroads really to try to evict them, or what's an option we had? I decided to go with the other option, cash for keys. A lot of people have heard it, where essentially you offer them cash for keys that they move out. And this is where the story got very interesting. I first offered them $250. They looked at me and said no. Then I went to $500. They said no. Waited, I was about to start the eviction. Said, let me try one more time. I said $750. The rent was only $975. So at $750, I thought it'd be a no-brainer. Again, they told me no. So I told the management company to start the eviction process. About a day after I did that, they came back and said, for $1,000, we'll move out. And most people would look at that and think that's absolutely crazy, but I started to run the math and decided that was actually the best way to go. Reason being, eviction process, with it backed up as it is, would probably be a minimum of 2 months to get them out, which at $975, that's $2,000, plus the damage they would probably do through the eviction process. And if they decided to fight it any longer, it could even be longer before they got out. So the stipulation that I gave them, the house would be absolutely clean and give the keys, we'd give them $1,000. So I decided to actually do that. In my mind, I thought it was absolutely crazy when I first thought about it, but finally got them out. Looking back, it was probably the best idea that it could. It saved myself. I look at the total essentially savings by doing that. I probably saved myself probably about $2,000 in rent that I wouldn't be collecting. How does it affect you if you're a landlord or you're rentals? A couple points I would give you is, one, screen your tenants for evictions. Absolutely. I've seen it through all the different rentals that we have. If they have evictions, I hate the word repeat offender, but it just seems to be in the rental world, it seems to be something that people will do. Second is, think of cash for keys. If you've never tried it, try it. It absolutely works. This is the second time I've had to do it. I've never had to pay $1,000, but looking at what I gave them versus what I couldn't have gotten rent, absolutely worth it. Thanks for watching. If you got something out of this, subscribe to the channel and keep following me for more videos.